Hi, I'm Matt from HockeyReviews.ca, and this is kind of a quick comparison between the Bauer Nexus ADV or Advanced series and the Nexus 2N Pro, which is their latest stick in the Nexus line. So I did one of these with the Supreme 2S Pro and the Supreme Advance or ADV. So here we are for the Nexus. Honestly, these sticks have like nothing in common. Without being able to see how this blade performs and how the blade feel is, I can't really talk about it. The weight, this is like 363 grams. I think this one was about 409 when I weighed it originally. Obviously, I have a max blade, so it's even heavier. Hopefully that's on camera. Yes, I have a max blade, so it's even heavier, and I have tape and everything on it, so it's even heavier than this off the bat. The thing about this stick is that it's totally new everywhere. It has that 5-sided shape right here where you have that ER spine. The normal Nexus is just totally flat all the way through. So again, there's not much to compare here because everything about it is different. And obviously the blade is the huge difference. So these are both P92s. This will give you a good idea of the difference between a max blade height and the new one. So this one I figured was a max blade with this cut out. It's not. It's actually a normal blade. I actually put a normal P92 not max blade, and the normal P92 is a bit taller than this one. So I guess that is what it is. You can see the big difference there all the way through, and we'll just line it up totally just to be fair, and you can see that difference is pretty substantial. I don't have a lot to say about this comparison because again, it's like they're so different. I would suggest checking out the video about this one compared to the Supreme ADV. I can't use this stick, so I can't talk about how it performs or anything like that. But the one thing someone did mention I thought was pretty funny is what happens when a stick goes through the blade. So that's very easy to do. So definitely people should tape their sticks up all the way because that's definitely a situation where like skates or stick goes into holders of players with skates for tripping. I would easily break either this or the other one. So that's about that. I guess I'll bring this up again as well. Since I'm talking about it, a lot of people talked about this as weight. Well, you just take away half the blade and it weighs less. I don't necessarily believe that to be true because this is pretty stiff all the way through. You're going to have to reinforce the edges. And I believe this piece is very, very stiff as well. So it's going to have to be more reinforced. So it would be easier just to keep this normal and kind of just put ribs through it or cut out a lot of the reinforcement on it. I really believe they're trying to do something here. The idea is that down here is softer and doesn't have as much reinforcement as a normal blade. And this is stiffer. So this will hold its shape when you take a shot, while this will kind of bow outwards and then sling back inwards to give you a little bit more, I don't know, shot power or something. That's the idea behind it. Not sure how it works. Would, again, be really curious to try. But I don't get to test this out and it's too rich for my blood. The other thing someone mentioned is pucks, because normal pucks will just bounce off it. Right now it has edges. Pucks can definitely hit that. We'll definitely hit it and jump off weird. So I'll be really curious to see how puck playing with this stick is. If it's like more jumpy and just things bounce off it weird. Again, I don't get to use it. It's too expensive. I can't justify purchasing it, but it's pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of Bauer doing crazy stuff like this. Again, I'm not their target audience. People will buy them. But if you're complaining about it, you're probably not their target audience either. So I think this stick is really just like limited edition cars, like the prototype cars where companies go all out and kind of show what they can do with the crazy tech. It's not made for everyone. It's not marketed for everyone. But I think it's pretty interesting. I'm happy they're doing it. The Odin stuff ended up coming to a lot of retail, retail pieces, so that's cool. So that's about it for this video. Make sure you check out the other one where I go over the differences between this and the Supreme ADV and some of the things that they seem to share, like this kind of shape. And then, yeah, remember to subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, like this video. On Instagram, I have a bunch of pictures of this stick, comparing it to a bunch of other ones like the Supreme to really show off the craziness of it. So make sure you check those out. I think they'll be helpful. If you ever do buy a piece of gear because of one of my videos, please reach out to manufacturers, let them know. Gets me on their radar, so hopefully I can get stuff like this and maybe one day actually use a stick like this because I can't afford it. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching and take it easy.